Hello students, welcome to the lecture on home and its maintenance, and after this lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Discuss the characteristic of a good home, describe maintenance of house and its environment, and explain the importance of the security while choosing a home. Let's start with the meaning of home and its maintenance. The place where one lives permanently, especially as a member of a family or household, is called home. Home maintenance includes everything from regular cleaning to repairs and replacement. It can be a job as small as changing a washer to stop a tap dripping, or as large as repainting the whole house. In a home, very few things are maintenance free. While it is a bitter pill for most homeowners to swallow, the fact is that preventative maintenance, with all the time and money it consumes, is still far more cost effective than the crisis management approach of waiting until something breaks and then scrambling to have it repaired. The home is one of the single biggest investment that will ever make. Be sure and do all one can care for it. Inspecting the home on a regular basis and following good maintenance practices are the best way to protect the investment in the home. If a house is in worn condition and shows a lack of preventative maintenance, the property could easily lose 10% of its appraised value. While most maintenance is seasonal, there are some things that should be done on a frequent basis year-round. Make sure air vents indoors and outdoors are not blocked by snow or debris. Check and clean range hood filters on a monthly basis. Test ground fault circuit interrupter on electrical outlets monthly by pushing the test button, which should then cause the reset button to pop up. If there are young children in the house, make sure electrical outlets are equipped with safety plugs. Winter. Clean humidifier 2 or 3 times during the winter season. Vacuum bathroom fan grill. Vacuum fire and smoke detectors, as dust or spider webs can prevent them from functioning. Vacuum radiator grills on back of refrigerator and freezers, and empty and clean drip trays. Keep snow clear of gas meters, gas appliance vents, exhaust vents and basement windows. Examine windows and doors for ice accumulation or cold air leaks. If found, make a note to repair or replace in the spring. Clean or replace air conditioning filter if applicable. Check dehumidifier and drain. Clean if necessary. Turn off gas furnace and fireplace. Pilot light where possible. Have well water tested for quality. It is recommended a test for bacteria every 6 months. Check smoke, carbon monoxide and security alarms, and replace batteries. Summer. Check the basement floor drain to ensure the trap contains water. Refill with water if necessary. Clean or replace air conditioning filter, and clean or replace ventilation system filters if necessary. Deep clean carpets and rugs. Vacuum bathroom fan grill. Check security of all guard rails and handrails. Sand and touch up paint on windows and doors. Lubricate door hinges and tighten screw as needed. Let us now study in brief how to choose a home. There is no doubt that choosing a home is a big decision and one wants to do it right. A home has been placed on the market for which the seller has established an asking price as well as other terms. No aspect of the home buying process is more complex, personal or variable than bargaining between buyers and sellers. When it comes to buying the perfect home, there is no such thing as one type fits all. A young couple planning a family might want a suburban house with a huge yard for romping dogs and youngsters. To pick the right house, one really needs to evaluate his or her own personality. Many buyers choose a particular neighborhood because it is close to work, or in the case of older parents, close to where their children live. The one thing all of these folks have in common is that they are part of a growing trend. Buyers who are considering their lifestyle needs, not just a house price tag, when they choose home sweet home. Types of homes. Multi-family homes. Some buyers, particularly first-timers, start with multiple family dwellings, so they will have rental income to help with their costs. Condominiums A building or complex of buildings containing a number of individually owned apartments or houses are called condominiums. Coops. In a few cities, cooperative apartments are common, with those one purchase shares in a corporation that owns a whole building and receive a lease to own apartment. The right size. We need to not only look for a house that fits for us, but also that fits for the majority of the population. Here is what the majority of households are looking for or is able to adapt to. Look for a minimum of 3 bedrooms and a maximum of 4. In terms of number of bathrooms, 1 or 1 by 2 or 2 will make the home more desirable than just 1. Square footage is important, but not quite as much as the number of bedrooms. Is it the house? A house is a shelter, but a home is far more. A home is where we spend much of our life, and so choosing a house is an enormous decision. Now moving on to the next topic, we will now study affordability. Affordability is to be able to do or spare something, especially without incurring financial difficulties or without risk of undesirable consequences. The price could be affected by the following aspect: new developments. If developers are building in the area, it is probably a sign that the location is becoming more popular. Transport links. A new rail or tube station or road may mean easier access to the center of town and can have a big effect on the value of a property. Restaurants, bars and shops. New restaurants and bars open and close all the time, but they can be a good indicator of the direction in which an area is heading. Now we will discuss the availability. The best way to conduct our search is to attack on many fronts using estate agents, local paper property pull-outs and looking on the internet. Suitability. We have found somewhere the look of and it is in our price range. One needs to weigh up a number of factors. Accessibility. Are your family and friends nearby? Is it convenient for work? Facilities. Is it handy for jobs, restaurants, parks and the cinema? Can you park easily? Noise. Are you likely to have juggernauts rumbling past your bedroom at 3 a.m.? Schools. Is the local one any good? Is the home within its catchment area? Check with the school itself. Space. If one is buying a home, wants to live in for a while, make sure there is space for the family to grow. Crime. Find out from the police what the area is like. Have a look at the local paper for a flavor. Let's know the meaning of location. Location can make or break a house. The part of the country we choose to live in will have a major impact on our lifestyle. There are many factors affecting our choice of home, but location should be our number one consideration. One can improve the property but cannot move it. There are some following possibilities which affect to choose a home by location. For properties away from the city core, check for transport connectivity. Metros, bus services or a 4-lane toll road could get you to your workplace and back in reasonable time. Try choosing a location which has proximity to hospitals and good schools. Be aware of the local city developments. Check for new shopping complexes or metro rail projects being planned in the vicinity. An underpriced location. An underpriced location seems that more people are looking to purchase in nice urban areas that are close to work versus suburban McMansion. All had large foundational cracks and cheap materials throughout. Highly desirable locals are going to cost a premium, but one may be able to sell a home quicker. Side. If you have a nice home, but every time you step onto our deck, patio, sunroom, you see something undesirable, this can affect our ability to resell. Many buyers in the north do not want to work involved in maintaining an in-ground pool that can be used only a few weeks a year. Now we shall talk about security of our home. Safety, the most important question and the hardest one to answer. A safe, as we know, is meant to protect valuables such as cash, jewelry, documents and firearms from theft in a home vulgarly. Look for exterior walls that are a minimum of 12 gauge thick steel for a single walled safe and 100 inches for safes with 2 walls. Hygiene in home and everyday life setting plays an important part in preventing spread of infectious diseases. Good home hygiene means targeting hygiene procedure at critical points at appropriate times to break the chain of infection, that is, to eliminate germs before they can spread further. Home hygiene pertains to the hygiene practices that prevent or minimize disease and the spreading of disease in home, domestic and in everyday life settings such as social setting, public transport, the workplace and the public places, etc. Hygienic cleaning can be done by mechanical removing, that is cleaning using a soap or detergent. In some cases, combined germ removal with kill is used, example laundering of clothing and household linens such as towels and bed linen. Sanitation includes both the software of understanding why health problems exist and what steps people can take to address these problems, and hardware such as toilets, sewers and hand washing facilities. The people know to avoid contact with human excreta and to hygienically dispose of human waste. The people's behavior displays a responsible attitude towards the hygiene of their families, the community. Gutters and downspouts should be checked for blockage, leakage from rust holes or leaking joints and areas requiring re-securing or re-sloping.
Cleanliness is the absence of dirt, dust, stains, bad smells and garbage. We should learn to keep our house, school and surroundings clean. Cleanliness leads to good cleanliness at home. Dirty laundry, unclean dishes, unfinished food and an untidy room contribute to bacteria increasing, and this creates displeasing smells. When we wake up in the morning, we should fold our blanket and keep our pillows properly. After playing, the toys should be kept in their proper places. After studying, books should be kept away in its correct place. Cleanliness in the kitchen. All vegetables should be washed before they are cooked. All waste should be put in the dustbin and garbage should be disposed of daily. The dishes should be washed, dried and kept away in their proper place. The kitchen should be cleaned with a disinfectant every day and everything should be kept neat and tidy. Cleanliness in the toilets. Toilets should be washed daily and kept clean. Disinfectants should be used to keep away germs and bad smell. You should always flush the toilet after use. Even public toilets should be kept very.
The word ventilation can be described several different types of air movement. Ventilation and good air quality are sometimes underappreciated. If our furnace breaks down in the winter and the house starts getting cold, one will notice that problem within a couple of hours at the most. A good time to check our indoor air quality is when we enter our house before we get accustomed to the indoor air. In the middle of winter, when it is very cool or windy outside, the natural air change rate of the house will be highest and may not require additional mechanical ventilation. Infiltration. We get some fresh air from natural infiltration. This is the amount of fresh air that comes into our house through leaks and is sometimes shown as house air changes per house, ACPH. An air change rate of 0.5 ACPH means that half the house air is changed every hour, or that the amount of fresh air that enters the house every 2 hours equals the volume of the house. Distribution. This distribution usually requires fans and ducting system. Without distribution, the fresh air would be removed from the house by the clothes dryer before it reached the occupants on the floor above. Circulation. Rooms with lots of furniture or stored items are susceptible to having under ventilation in some parts of the room. Passive ventilation. Passive ventilation uses doors, windows, vents, louvers and other openings to bring fresh air into our home and let stale air out. The size and placement of these openings can be used to guide air into and through our home. Passive ventilation can only work if air has clear, uninterrupted pathways to our home. Some points to consider. Windows or other openings on opposite sides of our home will help draw air through. Opening windows on the south and east side are best for allowing cool breeze into our home from early in the day. Built-in vents, louvers, slots and gaps in door or window framing can provide low-level ventilation over long periods without creating draughts or security risk. Vents or other openings in the roof or on upper floors will allow air to escape as heat rises. If home is on more than one level, make sure there are opening windows and doors on each level. Do not forget to ensure cross ventilation under our floor to get rid of dampness. Now coming to our next topic of this lecture, lighting. Poor lighting within the home can also make people feel more depressed. In communities where it is important that privacy within the home is maintained, windows can be located where it is difficult for people to see into the house or constructed with a mesh or lattice work which allows light to enter while guarding privacy. Increasing natural light is also important for home cleanliness. If a house is dark, it is more difficult to see dust and dirt and thus more difficult to clean properly. Now we will discuss other amenities. Drainage system. Home drainage is the system by which water is drained away from the home. Many French drains also contain perforated pipes that are buried under gravel or pebbles. When our home is on a hill or has even a slight slope, the water can be directed away from the foundation using the principle of negative slope. The ditch is dug along the street and water runs from the lawn into the ditch and then flows into the wastewater system. Electricity. Home electricity flows into our house through our electric circuits, carries with it useful energy which we can use for a variety of tasks. When we turn on an electric appliance, we allow the 120 volts to force home electricity current through the appliance, analogous to using pressure from a pump to force water through a pipe. The fuses or circuit breakers in some electric system can be checked by the homeowner. All force air system. Care should be taken to ensure the interior components are installed in the correct orientation after cleaning. All hot water system. Radiators or convectors should be inspected annually for leakage, particularly at the valves. Circulating pumps should be lubricated twice during the heating season. All furnaces and boilers. All systems should be checked by a qualified technician on an annual basis. Oily soot deposit at registers or forced air system may indicate a cracked heat exchanger. A technician should be contacted. The exhaust pipe from the furnace or boiler should be checked for loose connection or corroded section. The barometer, the barometric damper on the exhaust pipe should rotate freely. The chimney clean out should be cleared of any debris. The oil tank should be inspected for leaks. Chute on the front of the furnace or boiler may indicate a draft or combustion problem. A technician should be contacted. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. The place where one lives permanently, especially as a member of a family or household, is called home. The home is one of the single biggest investment that will ever make. Be sure and do all one can care for it. Inspecting the home on a regular basis and following good maintenance practices are the best way to protect the investment in the home. There is no doubt that choosing a home is a big decision and one wants to do it right. Affordability is to be able to do or spare something, especially without incurring financial difficulties or without risk of undesirable consequences. The best way to conduct our search is to attack on many fronts using estate agents, local paper, property pull-outs, and looking on the internet. Location can make or break a house. The part of the country we choose to live in will have a major impact on our lifestyle. Safety. The most important question and the hardest one to answer. Home hygiene pertains to hygiene practices that prevent or minimize disease and the spreading of disease in home, domestic, and in everyday life settings such as social setting, public transport, the workplace, public places, etc. Sanitation includes both the software of understanding why health problems exist and what steps people can take to address these problems, and hardware such as toilets, sewers and hand washing facilities. The word ventilation can describe several different types of air movement.